Cortex is your one-stop shop for asset and content management, cataloging, transcription, and exhibit creation, all in one single comprehensive system.
The Cortex platform was designed by primary source publisher AM,
who has over 30 years of experience in curating and showcasing archival collections. We understand the importance of engaging communities, and we want to support you in serving yours. But rather than taking our word for it, let's hear from some of the partners who are already using Cortex to share, showcase, and celebrate their archival material.
We did have collections available to our faculty and students, but through various means, Islandora, for instance, we had some in our Internet Archive at the University of Toronto. We had also many of our pictures, our photographs, were on Flickr, of all things. And so we really didn't have a means or a system to bring everything together in a system that was easy to use, accessible, and similar across all platforms, all different collections, which was really important to us.
Another one of our unique collections at Baylor University is our Browning Letters collection. This collection comes out of the Armstrong Browning Library on campus. That archive has thousands of letters written to and from Elizabeth Barrett and Robert Browning. And one of our projects that we started about 10 years ago was we wanted to grow this collection digitally. So even though Baylor has thousands of these letters, they also exist all over the globe at various institutions. A system like Cortex can actually bring these together, and you can experience these letters all together in a collection.
Why did you choose Cortex?
University of Toronto Mississauga Library chose Cortex because we decided that it was the best resource we could use to have a platform that would provide access to all our special collections that we have in our library.
For me, as an archivist using the collection, I chose Quartex for the Society's collection because it was flexible and easy to use.
How is Cortex different than your previous platform?
Cortex is very different from our previous system in that it's easy to do large-scale editing. We can work both in the platform and with external files. Fields can be added or edited as needed without having to work with the entire range of fields from the schemas.
We had struggled for years to do quality OCR on our items that we were uploading. And with the built-in feature, we're able to process those items for transcription just in the normal course of providing the metadata. And then those items can go live within an hour of us uploading rather than taking multiple steps and multiple file transfers.
What are the administrative features that you like in Cortex?
So some of the features we really like on the back end, batch edit functions or mass upload functions. I think being able to add thousands of images in one go and being able to batch edit thousands of metadata records is in digital collections terms, I guess it's a treat to be able to do that, because sometimes you'll go and add metadata for a number of records because standards are changing, or because the item should be described in a different way, or the institution has changed its stance on how it's managing its rights and how people can access those images. It's really important to be able to go in and not only just edit each individual item, but if there's a collection, say several hundred or thousands of items, being able to edit them on demand, and then being able to republish it in a very efficient sort of manner.
The technology, the handwritten text recognition technology, as well as the audio-visual transcription, was a great bonus. It's so easy to search now for my research for historical inquiries that come into the archives.
How did you approach your site design with the tools available to you through Cortex?
Cortex offers the tools to publish collections quickly, and that's been very helpful.
And it's just a testament to the usability of the CMS functionality inside Cortex that Allison was able to, just watching a few tutorials and reading a little bit of documentation, just take off and run and make that site look as good as it looks today.
What are your favorite front-end features?
We found that just really using it to its utmost capability and being very familiar with what it offered, that we could really fine-tune like the footer or the headers or the text in a way that was really pleasing overall, and that was really helpful.
Another really useful feature on the front end with Cortex is being able to quickly manage and edit content however we want to do it. Some of the neat things with Cortex is in the back end. In order to display the information on the front end, we're able to very quickly sort of drag and drop, almost like building Lego, taking different components and then customizing them to how we want it to be displayed.
How does the Cortex team support you when you need it?
It's really easy to use, but if I have any issues, I can log them with Quartex, send them an email, or register on their online help platform and get the help I need straight away.
What's been the response from your user community since you launched on Cortex?
After we launched the Cortex site, we had people saying things like, I could spend weeks exploring this. I never knew you had all of these photographs of any particular subject, and I'm really looking forward to exploring those.
Since we launched in January, we've seen a 600% increase in usage of the digital collections, which we are very excited about.
Last year, at the end of the spring semester, when Baylor had to go to online classes only, the materials that we had just recently migrated from our old platform to Cortex were readily available to students, teachers, and researchers. So many of the collections were used in class for assignments that could be done just online.
It's expanded the community. It's really started a conversation about the archives. It's brought the archives to the people and made people aware that we have an archives and we have a museum to go and visit.
What are you most excited about for the future with Cortex?
We're excited by the fast pace of product development that is so different from our previous experience, as well as the opportunity to fast track many of our long delayed, long backlog digitization projects.
We've really seen how using tools like the OCR and transcription, using controlled vocabularies, all of these let us continue to do more research and find more stories to tell.
We're not limited to how it is right now. There's lots of possibilities in the future for what we can do with digital collections, with digital curation. And there's probably going to be many more projects that we haven't even thought of yet that we can do with it.